High-speed rail construction has always been a hot topic in Asia. Recently, the Jakarta-Bandung High-Speed Railway, jointly built by China and Indonesia, was officially put into operation. This has brought significant changes to Southeast Asia. This high-speed rail line not only shortens the fastest travel time between the two places from 3.5 hours to 40 minutes, but also symbolizes that Indonesia has entered the high-speed rail era. At the same time, in India and Vietnam, the decision to let Japan build high-speed rail began to cause regrets and doubts. Many netizens have asked the local government, "Where is our high-speed rail?" Surprisingly, Vietnam is now ready to abandon Japan and choose to cooperate with China again. So what kind of mystery is hidden behind this? What are the reasons that prompted Vietnam to make such a decision? Welcome, where you will be able to learn about projects and cooperation around the world and important information about China. Subscribe to us and discover more interesting events around the world. The Jakarta-Bandung High-Speed Railway is the first high-speed railway built by China in Southeast Asia and is also an important infrastructure project in the region under China's One Belt One Road initiative. The project started construction in 2015 with a total length of 143 kilometers and a maximum design speed of 350 kilometers per hour. Originally planned to be put into operation in 2019, the completion of the project was delayed as Indonesia faced land acquisition and procurement issues, environmental disputes, and rising costs caused by the epidemic. The cost of high-speed rail construction also increased from the initial $4.3 billion to the actual $7.3 billion. After the recent opening ceremony, the Jakarta-Bandung High-Speed Railway will officially start operations in October. By then, the travel time between the two cities will be shortened from the current more than 3 hours to about 40 minutes. This makes Indonesia the second country in the world to have a high-speed train operating at a speed of 350 kilometers per hour after China. According to the Jakarta Post, China participated in the trial operation of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail, and they were very satisfied with it, saying its quality is the same as China's high-speed rail. In response, Indonesia made a request to extend the high-speed rail line during the ASEAN summit. China expressed support for Indonesia's request based on previous successes. The completion and opening of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway are indeed encouraging. However, India and Vietnam, which started building high-speed rail projects around the same time as Indonesia, were not as fortunate. India plans to build a high-speed rail project in Ahmedabad that started construction as early as 2015, 1 year earlier than the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed rail. However, so far, the project still faces uncertainty about the completion and opening time, as well as serious budget overruns and other problems. Vietnam, on the other hand, proposed an ambitious north-south high-speed rail. In addition, Japanese companies are also faced with troubles caused by demolition and land acquisition disputes, which prevent subsequent construction projects from proceeding smoothly. For example, when India demolished a railway track, it proposed a high demolition fee and attracted a large number of demonstrators to gather on both sides of the railway track. Despite attempts by the Indian Railways to disperse these demonstrators, land acquisition progress remained below 23% from 2016 to 2021. This has brought huge costs to Japan. The land acquisition issue alone has cost $600 million. So every day of delay means more money for Japan to pay. If things go on like this, Japan's losses on this project will become greater and greater. Therefore, in the past 8 years, Japan has only built 10 kilometers of railways. As for the failure of Vietnam's high-speed rail plan, the main reasons can be attributed to 3 factors. Since the North-South high-speed rail plan was proposed in 2001, Vietnam has been actively preparing for it. In 2009, they released a tender for the North-South high-speed railway project to the world, and Japan used ultra-low interest loans as a bargaining chip to participate in the bidding. However, despite successfully obtaining construction qualifications, the project has been delayed in getting off the ground. The reason is that Vietnamese law stipulates that plans with an investment of more than $1.9 billion must be voted on by Congress before they can be passed. At this time, the project duration provided by Japan was too long, and the quotation was as high as 1/3 of Vietnam's GDP at the time. Therefore, when the Vietnamese Congress voted, more than 3/5 of the people believed that it would destroy Vietnam's economy, ultimately leading to the failure of the project. What is even more surprising is that in March 2014, a Japanese TV station disclosed explosive news. 100 million yen of funds in the JTC company's account were unaccounted for. After investigation, it was found that about 60% of the funds flowed to senior officials of the Vietnamese Railway Department. Affected by this, the Japanese government once suspended government development assistance to Vietnam on the grounds that Vietnam performed poorly in anti-corruption. In addition, although Vietnam plans to spend nearly $60 billion to build railways, it is actually unable to raise so much funds, which is one of the reasons for the failure of Vietnam's high-speed rail. Seeing that the Indonesian people not only enjoyed the comfortable and advanced China's high-speed rail, but also created 51,000 job opportunities, Vietnam began to regret its previous choice. In addition, Indonesians proudly claim on the internet that the opening of the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway is not only the pride of Indonesia, but also a major event that puts the country ahead of other countries in Southeast Asia. This statement further stimulated Vietnamese people's desire for high-speed rail, so many Vietnamese netizens said, "Go to China for help." After seeing the desire of many netizens, the Vietnamese Prime Minister paid an official visit to China in June this year. It is understood that Vietnam and China conducted 3 days of detailed negotiations on the North-South high-speed railway project. The two sides discussed various aspects of the high-speed rail project. Based on these facts, I think it is very likely that China and Vietnam will reach a high-speed rail construction agreement in the near future and, like Indonesia, fully adopt Chinese standards and equipment. This will have a huge impact on various industries in Vietnam. For example, the communications and logistics fields may adopt Chinese standards, and the impact on infrastructure construction will be even greater and more significant. This video ends here. What other reasons do you think are responsible for the failure of Japan's high-speed rail? Do you think China will help Vietnam build high-speed rail? Welcome to leave a message in the comment area to share your thoughts and feelings. If you like the content of this issue, please recommend it to your friends so that more people can see this video. Thank you, everyone, for watching and supporting. See you next time.